Grand job, Jan-Bart. Follow that. EDITO Community Expert Group. And tell us all, does anyone know anything about this? Is this a new, how much would people know about this?
I think the people that's supposed to be involved should know by now, okay. I hope. And I see a few people in the room, so I will later ask them also to stand up so that people can see who they are and can reach out.
Perfect. So are you happy to be a little bit, or do you want that? I'm looking at the sound man. Are you happy with the, is it okay, the sound with that? Yeah? Okay.
I am a bit taller.
Because he's taller? Yeah, you're okay. Good. Alrighty.
So, good morning everybody. It's a great pleasure to be here, and it's also a great pleasure to say a few words about the Community Expert Group. As we heard yesterday, the EDITO platform has been largely built and is powered by two existing EU marine knowledge services, EMOTnet on the one hand, and the Copernicus Marine Service. And these communities, we heard from the scientific and technical coordinators of those services why this is so and how this has been done in the past. In the first phase. We also learned that in the second phase of the EDITO developments, there is a much stronger emphasis on co-development, co-creation, and a much stronger involvement of the different communities. And the EDITO, being powered by EMOTnet and Copernicus, both have a very strong community behind them. If we look at EMOTnet, we have more than 130 organizations and many more people behind that. So, as a consequence, to bring those communities much more closer into the development of the EDITO platform, and also bring them into the governance, we've created the EMOTnet Community Expert Group, which primary focus or objective is really to create a framework, a platform, an opportunity for representatives of both communities to come together, to discuss, to exchange information, and to better align, let's say, the longer-term technical roadmaps that they have. And it's really all about alignment and better collaboration. The Community Expert Group will be convened by the EMOTnet Secretariat and organized, but in close collaborations with the project partners of Mercator and Vlis. And I think it's important to emphasize that this is a collaboration that already started in the first phase, and all new collaborations across different communities and different organizations take a bit of time to mature. And I think we are now at the stage with excellent teams from these three entities to take things to the next level and bring on the wider community stronger involved. So the role of the members will be to exchange insights, information, expertise, to get to know each other better, to exchange the best practices that both communities have developed over the years, and really advise on interoperability to align the different services and ensure that there is complementarity between them, all for the benefit of the users. There is built-in flexibility because they will face a number of technical challenges, no doubt, in the next phase, to set up specific ad hoc working groups or task force and bring in additional experts from the community to tackle particular problems or questions. So, who will be part of this group? We have the Copernicus Marine representatives. There will be representatives from the EMOTnet thematic node, subject matter experts, the project partners, the EMOTnet Secretariat, Mercator, Vlis. We're looking at 20 to 30 members, and we're very close to finalizing the list of participants. I'm not going to go through the entire list of, I'm not going to name everybody individually, but I'm going to ask those who are part of this community expert group that are in the room to please stand up so that we can see who you are, and you will see the names appear from the different communities. So first of all, we have the EDITO team members. The group will be chaired by Conor Delaney from the EMOTnet Secretariat, together with Marina Tonani, the EDITO project manager, and then a whole project team supporting. Then from the EMOTNet community, we have about 2 representatives from each thematic lot. And we have 7 thematic lots, so that brings the numbers up to 14, 15 for the entire group.
Well done,
yeah,
Jan-Bart,
it's a nice group. So I'm going to ask, please, if you can stand up so that everybody can see you. I see Anu is there, George is there. Villa,
you may stand.
Please stand up.
It's good for the old doing a bit of sport.
Okay, there's a small group here. I hope all the rest are online to follow. And from the Copernicus Marine side, we have also a very strong representation, so that's wonderful. So how are we going to go about? We have the first meeting planned in the first quarter of next year. We will meet about twice a year, at least. If there is a need for more engagement, we will do so. Also, in between those meetings, we'll try to meet each other also at various events throughout. As Julia Vera yesterday showed, there are plenty of opportunities to connect and meet each other. And all of these outputs will, of course, interact with the, or will be shared with the EDITO steering committee and the management board, so that we can really have good interaction between the different people involved in so at the end of the day, I think this is going to be a very important group. I believe it will help enormously to strengthen the collaboration. And I think we've heard this word many times yesterday and over the course of the week. Collaboration is very important, and I think this will help a lot to foster, let's say, the engagement of the communities, but also to optimize the complementarity between the EU services for the benefit of all users. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. All right, so you were so polite. You didn't walk in front of us. You walked behind us. I thought that was a nice touch there, Jan-Bart. So, for Slido, let's go right to those. You have the screens here. Hopefully the Slido will appear here as well as behind. So here you go. Okay, so we have 3 there. Have a read and see who will answer. Will models output submissions to EDITO be reviewed by experts involved in both EMODNet and Copernicus? How will you validate the socio-economic models on EDITO? And does app model peer review refer to their publication in scientific literature, or will you create a new EDITO-specific peer review process? You are about to tip off your seat. Yes. So, which one will you take first?
Maybe the easiest one is the third one. So, peer review. I don't think we wish to create a specific EDITO peer review process, so we can rely on what is published in the literature and peer reviewed. And then I think the process to validate specifically this or that model output is something that is in the building. It's not yet fully defined, so I'm afraid I can't really answer with details to the first 2 questions, but for sure we will involve experts, so the expert group and experts from Copernicus and EMODNet will be involved in the process. Because we need experts, as the second question rises, we need experts from very different domains, from the ocean physics to the management of ports or socioeconomic models.
Yeah. Yeah. Here we've got also a question, do you see it at the bottom? Probably not, but maybe behind. Here we go. Could validation be delegated to regional networks?
This is something also to be discussed. It could be proposed to delegate part of the validation for sure. I don't know yet, but this is something for discussion. Sure.
Okay. And again, are all providers, that's a good question, are they in charge of the continuous validation of their data sets, or does that become automated by EDITO?
The providers, for instance, Copernicus and EMODNet will continue to produce data. And in our internal processes, the providers are still in charge of the continuous validation of the data sets, and that will not change. And then EDITO will provide additional functionalities to check automatically using the platform a series of data that can be checked automatically. Okay. But we cannot abandon the good work that has been done so far, and I think it's an asset of the existing services.
And let's just stick with the validation. How long do you expect the validation process to take from when the user submits to the validation? How long would that look like?
It's difficult to say right now, but I think we'll do a lot of efforts to make that as short as possible. But it will strongly depend on the type of data we are talking about.
Here we go. That's a good one. If specific applications or models or data are submitted, are later found not to be correct, will there be a procedure in place to remove those outputs from EDITO?
What I can say is that at the moment we are thinking about something like a flag and not like a removal. Okay. The first approach is to flag good data as such, or to stamp good data as such, and not to remove things. But I guess that if something is deemed unrelevant or completely out of the scope, this will be removed or not accepted for onboarding in the first place.
So I think coming to you, Jan-Bart, here is this question. Is there any representation from private industry as in the EDITO working groups?
Well, it's a good question. I think formally it's not specifically mentioned, but I think a natural place would be rather the project forum, because that's a quite open group, and it's really to share information about the progress, about what's happening, what is possible. So I think that would be a natural place. Yeah. So perhaps we should be very open-minded about bringing in and really securing involvement of the private sector there. Yeah.
You want to add something, Ayman?
Yeah, definitely. Project Forum will answer this, and we are very happy to have anyone on board, basically. So national, regional, international companies or groups, initiatives who are interested in EDITO to be on board in the Project Forum.
Okay. Here we go, just coming back to you, Marie. Do you already have an idea on how to stamp the data and the products, VO level?
So as I said in the presentation, our starting point is stamping Copernicus and EMODNET data as V0 quality checked data. For models and applications, the current consensus is to start from assessing the literature on these models and applications. And now, as I said, this is very preliminary, and so this is our starting point. But yeah.
I think we have a last question coming in. I think you've answered. Here we go. The community expert group consists of EMODNET and Copernicus insiders. Was it an explicit choice to not include people from the broader community?
I would like to turn that in a more positive spin.
I will allow you to do that.
Thank you. No, I think these are quite important communities, as they are really powering the services. But that does not mean that the other broader community, there are plenty of opportunities for the broader opportunity through the project forum and many other ways and opportunities, as Julia Vera yesterday explained. So I think it's not to exclude people. We want to be as inclusive as we can, but we have different components that we need to bring in. And because the collaboration has been, in the first phase, largely done by the secretariats, the core, people from the both services driving the developments. In this phase, we really want to extend that within those communities, because I was saying we have the EMODNET community is more than 130 organizations, a lot of people that have not been directly engaged. that much. And so it's important to bring them closer. And so we have representatives from those communities, but they have a role to act as facilitators with that community. So the information that we share also goes to that broader community and feeds back. So, voilà.
I think that point was made also by Leonard, I can't remember, about, again, the community. There are already people within those partners and those organizations that don't know, you know. So as you say, there is still huge scope that they also should be multipliers and to enhance the visibility and the use. Okay, I'm going to hold things there. If anything else has come in, as I said, for those of you online, or if you have any other thoughts that are particularly technical, Marie is working day and night to answer them for you, so she will. So thank you very much to all of you. You've been lovely, nice pace to start the day, because, you know, there's a lot to listen to, so beautifully delivered. Thank you very much. Could you give them warm applause? Thank you. Thank you. You are allowed to